Hello traders, Damien here. Welcome to another post-session review. Today is Thursday, August 15th, and I think I was a little off on my timing today. Both trades that I took, one was a break-even, one was a loss. Looks like my entry was a little early. I think we had the overall market sentiment correct, but my timing was a little off. We'll get to the trades in a little bit here. Didn't get any trades or any entries in the longer term. Though I'm not looking for anything right now on the longer term. Need some more price action to develop, as price has kind of been stuck in this messed up range. But for the sake of transparency, we took a $305 hit today. Our balance is to 3.2. We made some progress, but we fell back a little bit. It seems like we gained and then we take, we gain, they take, we gain, they take. But we're going to win this battle. I'm committed to it. I'm going to show you guys how it's done. We just have to be patient and execute on our trade plan, and the money management is helping out, and I believe everything's going to be fine. But for now, we took another hit today, little off on the timing, I guess, and we'll get into those trades. But for the sake of transparency, we got 305, 305, 305 down here. Balance is 32.1021, 32.1021, penny for penny. We are on it, and let's get to the trading here. So let's minimize this. You know, and overall today it was a very risk-on trade. As we can see, we had two huge monster back-to-back expectation failures, giving us an overall huge main swing. I couldn't assume that risk, didn't want to assume that risk, and I know that the overall expectation was for the market to climb higher. But one of the things that I saw that caught my eye towards the beginning of the session here is that it was very important for me in the beginning to see what these resting orders and what the market as a whole in the open came. We had a very quick shot to the downside, you know, and then looking this from a smaller or shorter order flow point of view, I needed something to qualify, you know, and we had a qualification here to the 38%, as you can see, and we definitely had a weak new structure high on that, and then we had a complex correction, and then we had a failure here to the downside. Okay, so the overall order flow told us that we should be looking to the upside. I decided to follow the shorter term order flow because one of the things that I saw was that with all this momentum and huge candles to the upside, I saw that they barely were able to make a very good new structure. The projection really sucked. And then we had a very deep correction here. And every time the buyers tried to come in, the sellers came in to consume. That told me that the buyers were slowly absorbing the buyers and they were accumulating overall. And that after that imbalance set in, we came here, and then the buyers were able to not even come up and get any more done. And the buyers, sellers sold into this area. And then the buyers, this was a good area of support. So I identified this area as a selling area here. And one of the things that I saw developing was a little baby Gartley pattern here. Okay, this is the X, A to B, B to C, C to D. I took the rotation here, and I was trading the pattern for the simple fact that, you know, overall the order flows to the upside, the shorter term order flows to the downside. Imbalance favors the sellers. Okay, so I got to the break even of the pattern, I got taken out, and then as price came back up here, I didn't take this rotation. And I can't really tell you why I did not take the rotation here. I did not take this rotation. It would have been a beautiful trade. However, the market did make a new structure low, and the trade that I did take was was this one right here. Okay, I had to reset my chart, which changed the aspect of the candle, but I did have a rotation here in price in an area of interest where the seller had been good. The expectation was for a new structure low. However, the expectation failed, so I got taken out for minus 64 points. So overall, we had a little break even here, +3, and then we had a loss of 64 points. So overall was 61 net points for the day. And as you can see, overall, we had the direction here in balance favoring the sellers here. It's a little off of my timing. I didn't get a re-entry here, which is unusual for me. I'm not sure why I didn't take that. I don't remember. I could have been talking. I'm not sure. No excuse. I didn't take it, so I didn't capitalize. Okay. Then the one that I did take, I was off by a bit, but I was overall correct on the imbalance favoring the sellers. I saw overall, the sellers accumulating and absorbing the buyers every chance they got, which was going to make it very difficult for price to climb higher. Um, but this was got taken out here. It's 12 o'clock. I was not going to be looking for any more trades since it's past my trading hours. But overall, I'm relatively pleased. It was an extremely difficult day, very choppy, very range bound. It was difficult overall to find decent clean opportunities where risk was acceptable because of the stop placements. Remember, we're still in a very vulnerable situation with this account, and we have to be careful with the amount of risk we take on, which limits our frequency and our ability to stay on top of the expectancy. But we are going to capitalize, like I mentioned, and this is the post-session review for today. There's not much else to say other than tomorrow we'll come back and fight another day. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for the support. Like and subscribe to all these, and we're gonna keep doing this day after day after day after day. All right. Thank you very much, and see you guys tomorrow on the battlefield.